this is Colleen McGee welcoming you to another episode of Fort Riley the podcast. This week, we're going to take a look at prepping. We mean the kind of prepping that will help you and your family during severe spring weather.
Chris Hollenbeck, Fort Riley Emergency Management Coordinator.
Okay, and so March is Severe Spring Weather Awareness Month. What are we looking at that's typical for our area here around Fort Riley?
For this month, we're really putting the focus on, as we transition out of our normal Kansas, winter, fall season, going into looking at those things that are increased in the weather, such as the thunderstorm activity, the potential damaging hail, the high winds, and of course, the tornadic activity. But historically, those kind of things, plus flooding, flash flooding is what we're looking at. So as we go into this month and we're focusing on just getting everybody aware of those potential emergency situations that our region faces.
So there's been a whole lot of hoopla across social media about the prepper movement, all during this COVID and this crazy winter that we've had. But there's an element of valuable truths somewhat in being prepared. So talk to us about where people can get a realistic list to build their kit to be prepared.
Well, I think probably, like you're saying, that the preparedness is a frame of mind that we all must be part of in any situation. And I think that during any emergency, your stress level is a lot lower if you're prepared in some way. And I think by doing that, that's going to help not only that individual, that family, but the overall preparedness helps the community. And it takes a lot of stress off the response elements, the response forces, if individuals are prepared. But a good place to start is with our Ready Army program. And within that, we have just a list, a starter list for your emergency kit, thinking about just a 3-day supply. And I think, this recent cold weather snap that we had kind of put everybody back in that frame of mind to think that way.
So a lot of the stuff that we would have done to prepare for this cold weather of Winter Storm Uri, I guess, is the same kind of stuff that we're going to do to prepare for severe spring weather.
Right. Yep. Right. General concept, yeah.
So like what, a gallon of water a person per day in your kit, toys, pet food, those kinds of things.
When you're making your kits up, whether you're an individual or a family, think of you and your family as that special category, I guess you would say, because like with pets, if you're a pet owner, you need to consider the things that you'll need for that animal. If you're a family with special needs, you're going to have to consider that. If you're someone who has medications and special medical equipment and supplies you might need, so think about that when you're preparing your kit. So in a 3-day concept of thinking, that's where you need to kind of focus yourself on.
So one other thing, you mentioned tornadic activity. We're in Kansas, we have them. Luckily, they're very rare. But knowing where your shelters are and which shelters accept pets is kind of a big deal too. So where do people find that information?
Well, on the installation, what we have is there's certain buildings that we've designated as severe weather shelter areas. They're not FEMA rated tornadic shelters, but they are locations for someone to get out of a dangerous situation. And you'll find that on the Ready Army website. That's listed there as our severe weather shelter areas, and that's where you can go and find those.
One of the other places I know that people can find some of that is going to the Fort Riley homepage and then searching for Ready Army there as well, or in the search put in shelters, and you should be able to find it.
On the Fort Riley homepage, we actually have the Ready Army link. It's the insignia. It says Ready Army on it. You click that, and then you go into that, and there's a menu where you can drop down from everything from the emergency kit list all the way down to the shelter list and many other things that can help you be prepared.
The one thing we don't want people brand new here to do is be afraid. To the point where they can't take care of themselves. Being prepared.
Right.
will help with that.
Yeah,
Right.
and like I said earlier, that just being prepared in the simplest ways takes a lot of stress off of the individual and the family during these type of disastrous or emergency events.
Great.
So another thing that we want to include is the notification process. We do have our emergency alert system. It's actually called Alert, and that information can be found on the Ready Army website also. And that's just another element of being prepared and being informed.
And one other way that people can be alerted is through our Fort Riley Digital Garrison. It's called Digital Garrison. And so if you don't have access to Alert, but you're in our community and our geographical region, we will also repeat the information coming out on Alert on that Digital Garrison app, which is free to download.
Multiple ways to be informed. If you happen to not live on Fort Riley, there are multiple ways throughout the community also to get informed through their emergency alerts also.
So now you've got some tips and you've got some ideas to get your family prepared for severe spring weather. If you'd like some more ideas and you want the full list, go ahead and visit the Fort Riley page and look for that Ready Army logo.